Well, hello, Cougar Nation. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have the honor of visiting with Mr. Bruce Epstein to share a little bit about who he is and why he's on our school board. So I have a few questions for you, Mr. Epstein, and hope that I can make you comfortable in answering these questions so our community can know you a little bit better.
I look forward to it. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Absolutely. So just tell us about yourself, your family, and your profession.
I'm married. I have 4 children, 11 grandchildren, and then every once in a while we all get together. There's 21 of us. The oldest grandchild is 26, the youngest is 8, so we have a lot of fun chasing after the grandkids and following their careers through school and kindergarten and growing up. So it's a lot of fun. We have 4 children, all married, working during this time of COVID. They're all working from home, doing a great job. So for me and our family, everything's wonderful.
That's great, right? Now, I know you're retired now, but before you were retired, you were an educator, is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, I was in public education for 32 years, and I started out as a I started out as a 7th grade science teacher, teaching life science and earth science. And when I was all finished, I ended up as a superintendent of schools in a small town in middle of Nebraska called Ogallala. So I had a great 30-year career, and then after I retired from Nebraska, I did a little bit of work with a service unit here and taught in Killeen for a couple of years. And now I'm fully retired.
That's wonderful. Fully retired and still working to serve families in a school district, so greatly appreciate that. It's definitely a servant's heart.
Yeah, well, it's fun. I enjoy it, and I'm glad I can provide whatever experience I have to the benefit of the kids.
That's great, right? Well, tell us, what accomplishment are you most proud of?
Well, I certainly enjoyed my entire career, but there's one incident that just overwhelms me with emotion and joy. When I was principal at Gearing High School, we had a young special needs student who had difficulty walking, and in fact could not walk, so she was wheelchair bound. In her educational plan, she had said that she wanted to walk across the stage for graduation. And that was a good goal. We certainly helped her towards that goal, but very unreasonable, just given her disability. But we worked towards it. It was in her educational plan. Well, graduation night came. She was wheeled up to the platform. She was assisted up some steps by 2 student assistants, and she got to the stage. And for graduation, she would walk, or the students would walk halfway across, get their diploma, shake their hand, and continue walking across, down, and then back to their seat. Well, she got up with some assistance to the steps, and the 2 assistant students just kind of moved off to the side, and she very gingerly, and with some help, walked across the stage. And that was neat in and itself. But here's the point that just makes me very proud. After she got her diploma and took her first step, the seniors that were sitting in the audience started applauding and clapping. And then they stood up and applauded and cheered this young lady. And not all the students knew, but they just knew about the effort. And they were celebrating her success and the hard work that she had. And then the entire audience, and this was in a community college gymnasium, the entire audience all stood up and applauded this young lady.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just a validation of everybody's hard work and the young lady's hard work, and just gave me a great feeling about our community and our kids. It was wonderful.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
It speaks too that graduation is certainly to celebrate the student walking across, but it's a community gathering that makes it such an important event for the kids, and that really is a great story to highlight that.
Yeah, it stuck with me for a long time, and for a lot of my colleagues, we frequently talk about that. But just to see our senior kids, they're to stand up and applaud something like that spontaneously. It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
It was just pretty neat.
That is neat. That is neat.
Thanks for asking.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. What would you say is your vision for Jarrell ISD?
Well, we've talked about it in terms of the board and what do we want for the community? So I've got a number of visions. One is I would like it to be a destination place. We hear a lot about families moving in from other states. And when they move to Central Texas and they look at the schools, I would like for Jarrell to be a community that they select because we provide a quality education and we care about our kids.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing. And then I would like to try to maintain, if we could, the community pride. Jarrell is, for me, a perfect size in that it's small enough for us to know the families, know the kids more than just on a piece of paper. Yet we're large enough where we can provide a comprehensive education, so we can educate our kids. And my hope is that we can maintain, that piece of a small community where we know everybody, yet large enough where we can provide a quality education. And with the new communities coming in, it's going to take a little work. We have to get them to bind with us, not bring in, some of their identities where they came from. We want to bring them into the Jarrell way, which I like.
That's right, very good. Well, you heard it here, Destination District, Jarrell ISD, the Jarrell way. So thank you, Mr. Epstein. Greatly appreciate you sharing with us and visiting with us here today. So thankful for your service and what you give to Jarrell ISD in the form of a board member and all that you do to contribute to making Jarrell the place to be. So thank you again.